Winter is coming. I'm sorry I had to. But also, I'm tired of looking like a disheveled gremlin all of the time. So we're fixing that. And we're upgrading our loungewear. The goal is to feel a little bit more put together, a bit more intentional, and ideally just a little bit cute. So I'm using my own PJ pattern again. This is the one that I drafted from a favorite pair of Target jogger style PJs. Did tweak it slightly this time. I added a little bit to the side seams that they're a little less fitted. Was not a huge fan of that. And I added about 1/2 inch to the rise just for comfort. I was also very picky with the fabric this time because after living in my last pair, I've realized waffle knit, great for tops. It's not great for pants. So this time I went with a really nice green bamboo jersey for a matching set and 2 Pontel jerseys for a mismatched version. No idea if I'm saying that right, but we're gonna go with it. It's Pontel for the rest of this video. For the tops, I'm using my self-drafted t-shirt pattern that I actually made a short of how I did that. It is currently up for you to view if you want to know how to do that yourself. Basically, the biggest change I made to that is I turned it into a long sleeve, and I did add a little bit more length. Once again, these are PJs. I don't want them riding up. Like, that's cute, a little bit of skin every day, very cute look. But for PJs, I want all of my flesh covered. I cannot sleep if I'm cold. So there will be 2 tops with my self-drafted t-shirt pattern, and then I ended up having to make a 3rd top because apparently I just order fabric on vibes. I don't actually check fabric requirements, and couldn't exactly do the hickory ensemble top that I wanted to do in the matching set, so I had to pivot and do a t-shirt. But I had enough of the yellow Pontel left over that I figured I really wanted another one of the hickory ensemble tops, so I made it out of that. Once again, didn't have enough fabric though, so we're making a cropped version this week. But we're going to ignore the cuff piece and make that a hell of a lot smaller because, as we saw last time, that cuff, for the size that I'm supposed to make based on my measurements, it did not work out well at all. Anyway, let's make something I actually want to live in. We all know a good project needs a cat supervisor and a good strong coffee to start. Call that a wrap on night 1. I got my t-shirt done and I have started my pants. We have sewn the pockets. Are you right there, Willoughby? We have pockets. They're attached. Kind of hard to see. They're there. You're just gonna have to trust me. I also did the crotch seams. But it is now 11 o'clock. I am very tired and I'm currently trying to decide if I want to smash some of the chocolate block that's been calling my name for the last few hours, or if I want to make a brownie. like not a fancy one, just one of those, you know, the instant mug brownie ones where you microwave them for 1.5 minutes and they're done. I want to make one of those. So I'm gonna quickly decide which one I'm gonna do and get to it. And I'll see you guys back here for day 2. There's a bug on the softbox lighting. And Willoughby is, he's a hunting. But anyway, that's day 1 done. We'll come back for day 2. I might manage to get some done tomorrow. My partner won't be working from home and I should be able to work through the day. It's really hard having a partner that works from home and trying to film. It's not the greatest combination because if the kids are loud, he can't work. So I have to keep the kids quiet. And I don't know if any of you have tried to keep like a baby and a toddler quiet. It's next to impossible. So I might be able to get some work done tomorrow. We will see. Come on, you piece of shit. Alright. I need to make a coffee because if I don't, I'm gonna take scissors to this stupid thing that keeps... toddler just peeked around the wall to see if I am okay, and no, I'm not. My machine keeps eating my fabric. It does. It's being very mean today. Anyway, I'm gonna make coffee before I hurl so many flipping curse words at this stupid machine and potentially throw it at a wall. Okay, I got a toddler at my feet who's trying to destroy my presser foot. Alright, I've got coffee. I also have Reads with Rachel ranting about some book. I could look at the title, but honestly, I just enjoy her rants, and that is helping me feel a bit better. I had to fix the side seam issue I was having because my machine kept eating my fabric, and knit fabric is an absolute bitch to deal with when you've got to unpick stuff, especially when it's knotted up and you matched your thread really, really well. The only thing I could do to fix it was to cut a little bit of the seam off, which is really annoying because that means I've cut into the extra that I added. So if you can tell that there's a difference between how wide the backing of the pocket is on one side versus the other, no, you can't. We're going to ignore it. We're not going to focus on it. We're going to pretend that didn't happen because the actual tantrum I almost threw over that was very frustrating. But anyway, we've got coffee, we've got a lovely ranty book review, and we're just going to keep going. And I'm going to try not to let my emotions get the best of me. I'm beginning to feel like this is one of those days where I just should not be sewing because I stuffed up the waistband and I do not have enough fabric to redo it. So now I have to unpick buttonholes, which is not the worst thing because they were kind of wonky anyway, but unpicking knit fabric is not a fun time. So I'm gonna attempt this and pray that I don't completely destroy the fabric, and I'll come back later. Wish me luck. We're up to the waistband, which is great, although there is this. And that is because while unpicking the absolute catastrophe that I made with the buttonholes, I stabbed my finger really, really bad. And I'm not talking just like a millimeter or two, like I stabbed that seam ripper right into my thumb. So, there's that. That hurt. And now we're up to the waistband. So, we're gonna do this. And then I'm gonna quit once these pants are done. But thankfully, this is the last step. So against my better judgment, I think I'm gonna start. The baby kicked the tripod. I think I'm gonna start the other two tops today. Probably not gonna get far along. Oh look, she's chewing on a toy. Hi Teddy. Probably not gonna get very far because given the fact that I've made like 3 mistakes and also severely injured myself, I have stopped bleeding, but that really hurt. I'm not gonna push it. I'm gonna just do a little bit and then work out dinner. And given that it is now 20 to 5 and we generally have dinner around 6 o'clock, I'm not getting the bolognese sauce I had planned done today. So I think I'm just gonna pivot and we're gonna do pancakes because ice cream and strawberries on pancakes seems like a brilliant idea plan to me.
I'm a fan.
We have a concurrence from the background. So anyway, we're gonna do that soon, and right now I'm just gonna try and get a little bit more done so I have less to do on Sunday. Little late night update. I should have quit while I was ahead. It's 20 past 10 and I thought, you know what, I'll finish overlocking the seams that I sewed before I did dinner, and I had half a cup of coffee left on my table and I went to move it and I spilt it. And while it didn't really hit my fabric, it did get a couple of drops on it. So I'm gonna overlock the seams and now throw all of this in the wash because I don't want it to stain, and coffee can stain. So yeah, I mean, like most of them are very much like this. If you can even, yep, there it is. Most of it's like that. So it's not really, really bad, but I don't want it on my tops before I've even had a chance to wear them. So I'm gonna do my overlocking and put them in the wash. And that concludes day 2. So I might come back tomorrow and work on the pants, or I might not. I might just wait until Sunday because based on how sewing's gone today, I might need a break. Also, I have plans to go to Spotty tomorrow, so retail therapy. Anyway, that's the update. I will see you lovely people on day 3. Okay. It's a pretty grey and miserable day outside. I've already been to Spotlight and picked up some unrelated goodies. Can't help myself. I love that place. The noise in the background is the sound of the fabric I bought for lining of a dress I plan to make running. It is day 3. I'm just gonna do a little bit because I don't have time to do a lot because I actually have to cook the pasta today. I'm gonna change my thread color because after the coffee spilling of last night, my fabric of the yellow tops is still wet, so I can't work on those. So instead, I'm going to switch my thread color to brown, and we're gonna work on the pants. If you fall, Mummy's not gonna She's not going to be very sympathetic. We are on day 4. Yesterday wasn't really a chatty day. It was I'm trying to cram something because I realized how much I had to do on Sunday, and trying to fit it all in did not feel like it was going to work. I have a terrible habit of overestimating how much I can get done in a day. So I did do a little bit yesterday, but it was just little bits here and there, just squeezing it in where I could. Today though, we are going to get this finished. I have the brown pants to finish, and I have the 2 yellow tops that should be dry now after their coffee spill incident. And we're gonna sew until we get them done. However, due to the state of my house right now, I can't sew anything. I have to clean before I can do anything. So I'm gonna clean my house up a bit, make a coffee, and then we're gonna get going. Okay, that's better. So now we can get to sewing. I pulled all of my stuff off the line. There is no more coffee on my yellow fabric, but I did just make another cup of coffee, so we will see how long that lasts. You having fun there, Albert? I have folded down the bike trailer, and now he's using it to drive his trucks on it. Also, I have nowhere to store this. I need storage in my house. That is the curse of living in a very small 3-bedroom house. There's nowhere for me to put anything. Also, my floor is not exactly clean, but that's not my job. That's the 10-year-old's job, because she has a young person's back, and I have a back of somebody in their 30s. So the floor is not my business. Little aside, when I went to Spotlight yesterday, the yarn that I bought, oh my god, look at this. It's so pretty. So I started, like you can see all the colors in there. I started working on a cardigan, and is Mummy allowed to talk? Do you want to talk?
Sure.
Oh. Anything else? Can I go back to talking now? Okay. So I've started working on just a very simple shrug cardigan. It's a granny square with sleeves. It's not hard. So I think my current plan is going to be to finish the brown pants as much as possible. I can't do them entirely because I ran out of elastic, and I'm waiting on the Amazon delivery for that, because I completely forgot to get it at Spotlight yesterday. So considering my machine already has the brown thread in it, that is the one we will finish first, and then I will go on to the yellow top to save myself having to rethread my machine more than necessary. So I need to be honest, I've had a few instances while making these brown pants where I have legitimately wondered if I'm going to have the exact same sensory issue as I did with the waffle knit. Everybody pray for me, because if I have another pair of pants that I can't wear because of the texture feeling against my skin whenever I sit in them, I'm gonna be real sad.
Even when she does something for like, hey, don't get these bugs for me, I don't want her to try to get better. I think she's my fabric. And I realized that with one
I'm now up to the part that led to me absolutely stabbing myself in the thumb. Yes, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before. What is time? Anyway, I am up to that part. So this time I'm gonna make sure I don't sew through both layers of the waistband. I have words. I have interfaced. I am going to mark where I need to place these buttonholes, and then I'm gonna pray. Maybe I should quit while I'm ahead, because those turned out pretty damn good and I did not do a test. We have 2 reasonably even buttonholes that I now need to rip open. I really can't use English today. I now need to rip those open so that I can later, when I can be bothered buying the drawstring, insert it. Do I have any plans to put the drawstrings in these pants anytime soon? No. I will eventually. So I need to make sure the drawstring holes are there. But that's a project for another day. Let's open this up. Now I could use a seam ripper for this. I am not going to, because I had really bad luck with that the other day. I don't know if you can see that. You see that red line right there? That red line. That's how deep the seam ripper went in when I stabbed myself the other day. So if I can avoid using that thing at the moment, I am going to. That is all I can do with the pants until I get my elastic delivered by Amazon. So I am gonna move on to the yellow tops now, and that means changing my thread and then having to change it back again. I was kind of hoping that the elastic would get here before I finished the pants, but no such luck. So I will have to rethread my machine again. For now, we'll work on the yellow tops. Let's go. After all of that sewing, I'm on to final touches. So with the jumper, I'm gonna call it a jumper. I just have to do the cuff and neckline. Super simple. That one should be done. Actually, I'll probably do that one first because easy. Oh no, I still have hems. Okay, not so easy. This one just needs the neckline and hems done. And then we are done with those and I'm just waiting on elastic. I might make a cup of coffee because it's now mid-afternoon. 3:30. I'm still probably going to be sewing for a while, so I think a coffee is in order. I should probably also let my hair dry a little bit because it's still soaking wet because I put it up straight after washing it. Did you steal my seat?
You did no such thing.
Mr. Man? I do believe that is my seat. Yeah, my seat. Coffee has been acquired and now it's time to sew. Just emotionally preparing. I have a friend joining me, maybe judging, or he could just be sleepy. We're not sure at this point.
A few moments later.
Okay, the crop jumper is almost done. I still need to hem it. I may be avoiding that. But, oh my god, it's so cute. It's real cute. It turned out so adorable this time and I love the fabric. I actually think I need to go back and get more colors of it because that is an adorable jumper and I need more. So I really can't wait to show you guys. It's so cute. But anyway, I still have to finish the other one and I've realized I didn't cut out a neckline band for that one. So I have to go do that. I really don't want to, but I'm so close to the end and it's raining outside real hard. At this point I'm procrastinating because I'm still sitting here. I gotta do the things. Let's get it done. We're so close to the end. Okay, so I think this will be the last update before we just cut to how all of these turned out. But all I have left is the hemming. I did just do a little test of a lettuce hem and you can see here it has turned out pretty dang cute. and I actually managed to do it. So that was exciting. So I think I'm gonna do the lettuce hem. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna be the cutest way of finishing the two tops off. I might regret my choices because it's gonna take me a while. You have to do multiple passes with the zigzag stitch in order to do a lettuce hem. So I'm gonna be here a while just hemming the sleeves and bottoms of these tops. I'm probably gonna have to wind another bobbin too, because the one that I did at the start of this project, it's almost out. I should probably wind another one before I start doing the lettuce hems, so I do not have to muck around with that. I'm gonna do that, but you guys are just gonna jump straight to the good parts. I should probably give you my thoughts before we do this too, because let's be real. Am I likely to remember to film what I thought of all of these pieces after I finish them? No. But have I tried them all on and know exactly how I feel about them? Absolutely yes. So, to recap, the green set, absolutely love it. It is gorgeous. That fabric is so soft. I will be ordering that bamboo jersey in multiple colors because that is fantastic. I will have the website that I purchased that fabric from listed in the description because it is divine, so have at it. The yellow pontel tops, the t-shirt one turned out fine. It's fine. Maybe the lettuce hem will make me feel more in love with it, but you know, it's fine. The only issue I have with it is, I mean, like, there's only one issue with it, and that is the fabric is so light that it's virtually see-through, so it's nipple central in there. Which is fine for PJs around the house, but it does mean that if I'm wearing it while filming, I will have to wear a crop top at least underneath it because I don't need to be flashed on the internet. In the crop jumper though, it is adorable. I actually think I'm going to be ordering more of that pontel from Spotlight because it is so pretty, so soft, and I really love the hickory ensemble jumper cropped. And because I shortened the cuffs, like I made the cuffs a lot smaller than what the pattern called for in the size 20. Because I did that, there was so much fabric, I ended up pleating it twice on both sleeves. And that turned out really cute. Like, it's a really cute detail. So love that. I'm gonna be making more of those. The brown pants, they're beautiful. I have not tested sitting down in them yet, so it remains to be seen if I have the same issue as the waffle knit. To be honest, I'm just insert some text here to let you know if I have a texture issue with it, but other than that, they turned out really cute. So that is the loungewear, and hopefully the next time I'm filming, I will be feeling like a cute gremlin and not a disheveled gremlin. We're always going to be a gremlin, but you know, we'd like to be cute at the same time. If you enjoyed the video this week, don't forget to like and also drop a comment and let me know your thoughts on the fabric, the patterns used, anything, any thoughts that you had. Feel free to leave them below. I'd love to engage with you all. I love having a chat in the comments, so hit me up. I'm a yapper. And if you haven't already subscribed, if this was your first time around here, welcome, and feel free to stick around. We try to have fun here because life is too short to not have fun. So I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Enjoy the footage of the comfiest PJs I have ever made.